South Africa and its key allies Russia, Cuba and Angola marked the 35th commemoration of the Cuito Cuanavale battle. It was instrumental in paving the way for Namibia and South Africa to have democratic dispensations. But this year's event happens as the globe is on the verge of shifting global balance of forces as the Russia-Ukraine conflict continues. The International Criminal Court has issued a warrant of arrest against Russian President Vladimir Putin. And this has caused a storm as South Africa gears up to host the BRICS summits later this year.
The ICC's nonsensical warrant against President Putin, it's immaterial. It cannot be... It has no binding effect on us. The IEC did not go for people who killed the people of Yugoslavia, the Americans. Did not go for the people of America who killed the Iraqi people. When they invaded Iraq, they created an impression that they are weapons of mass destruction. They didn't find none. Yet the IEC has not issued any warrant of arrest against any U.S. president. Gbagbo was arrested here in order for the French government to still take cocoa to determine the price of cocoa in the world market, which they don't produce. It's produced largely in the Ivory Coast. So they humiliated President Gbagbo and his wife through the warrant of arrest exercised by this criminal entity of imperialism, the ICC. It has no credibility whatsoever.
South Africa's governing party, the ANC, says it's looking into this matter.
The ANC has taken note of the ICC's decision on Russian President Vladimir Putin and is engaging its deployees and government to gain an in-depth understanding about the implications of this route taken by the court.
The EFF says the ICC is just an instrument of NATO.
The ICC first is very inconsistent in terms of its application of so-called justice. There have been so many illegal wars which have been caused and led by the NATO-aligned countries, particularly the United States of America. George Bush has killed a lot of people. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama is responsible for the murder of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. But there's never been anything said by the International Criminals Court.
The PAC says President Putin must not be arrested should he come to our soil.
The PAC is opposed to the double standard played by ICC. We did not see ICC indicting the USA in the matters relating to Iraqi war, where they mercilessly killed the Iraqis, where they left the country in devastation. We did not see this happening in Libya, where the USA also killed the Muammar Gaddafi and also devastated that country. Till today, those two countries cannot recover because of what the USA did to them. We, as the PAC, will call on the government not to execute this warrant of arrest.
While the Freedom Front Plus insist that justice must prevail.
The South African government should, as a member state of the ICC, respect the decision by the ICC and not allow President Vladimir Putin to visit South Africa, and if he does, he should be arrested in accordance with the statutes of the ICC.
The Russians have indicated that whoever arrests Putin would be declaring a war against the Kremlin. Meanwhile, the defense alliance NATO has slammed President Putin for what it calls his dangerous and irresponsible nuclear rhetoric after he indicated that he would station tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus. Cuito Cuanavale, SABC News, Pretoria.